Um, some of you may have been watching my blacksmith forge build series of videos I've been posting, or you may have run across my time-lapse travel videos or whatever. You probably, if you hadn't, if you've not seen anything I've done before, then no big deal. You're here just for this new project. You found it in a search, or I've posted it, or whatever. A little bit of a change of pace while I'm working on my bellows. Well, not while I'm working on my bellows, kind of instead of working on my bellows. I've had to, I don't want to say it's an emergency, but let me introduce you to my wife's car. For some of you, have seen my garage and you've seen me working out here and that kind of stuff. This center bay has always been packed full of stuff, and I'm normally working right over there. I had to clear this out because right over here, this is where the garage door opener is, and that's where the wife comes in and she parks normally. Well, today, well, several days ago, I had to move my 51 Willys project from over there to over here because the wife's car is getting a new motor. This is a 1964 Sprint, Falcon Sprint Convertible. It is an all-original car with the exception of the wheels, and it's had, obviously some upgrades over the years, like the upholstery's been updated and that kind of stuff. But this is her daily driver. We bought this some years ago. I have a penchant for old vehicles, not really for the reasons a lot of people may think I have reasons for. It's an investment issue, and it's not because I expect to make money. It's cars. Buying a new car is a waste of money, and old cars, they don't depreciate once they've reached a collector's value. They don't depreciate as quickly. And seeing as I can actually work on all of my old vehicles, it just makes more sense for me to own these vehicles. Another reason is, living in California, I hate dealing with smog laws. Well, this poor little car, we got it. Its engine was tired. It's never been out of it. As far as I can tell, it's got the engine that was in it and the transmission that was in it when it was rolled off the factory floor. It has the original 260. Two-speed automatic transmission. Let's see if I can open this with one hand, which I cannot. Let's see here. Alright, it has the original, the chrome, Sprint chrome stuff. It's got, all that kind of stuff, power steering. I put an aluminum radiator in it because it died. It's got the generator, all this kind of stuff. Well, it got to where it was smoking a little bit, and then it got to smoking a little bit more, and several days ago I had to work on the panel truck, my 1960 F100 panel truck, and I bought some oil, and I was like, okay, I'm going to top the oil up on all the vehicles. I pulled the dipstick out of this guy right here, and the mixture of oil and water and rusty mess that came out of the engine's already been tired for a couple of years. It runs and drives brilliant. It's just one of those things that if you get it on the freeway, it tries to get hot. It doesn't have a lot of power, and it smokes a little, so it's just tired. It's time for a new motor. At the same time, we're updating the transmission. We're going to dump it's got a Ford-O-Matic 2-speed automatic transmission, so basically it shifts one time when you're driving. It takes off kind of high and goes thunk into second, and then you're cruising. So anyways, going to be collecting a lot of parts for it while we're, over the next few days. We just ordered a handful of extra parts. I'm going to talk to you about what we're actually planning on doing. We're shifting this over to a little bit more of a desirable motor and transmission combination that I'm not going to get into the history of these motors. I'm not going to get into the finer details of the Ford enthusiast kind of stuff because I'm not interested in starting fights with what was equipped when, and all that kind of. You will inevitably make somebody angry because they think they know more than the next guy, and I'm not into that fighting. I don't care. What we are going to put into it, though, is I picked up some years ago this little 289. It's the oil pan's not been cleaned or painted or anything. It's just keep the bottom clean. It's a rebuilt motor. It's been covered up and buried in the corner for a few years. I'm going to take it. Even the intake manifold's not actually bolted on. It's just setting here with the bolts in place. Valve covers haven't been tightened. It's just been covered up. I will take it apart and do a few things. It's going to get. We're going to put a different cam in it. We're going to put different rockers on it. The oil pan will have to come off, and it may either be replaced or I'll fix it. It's got a somewhat of a defect in it. The intake manifold is a C6 4-barrel, 289 4-barrel. I believe it's the same one that they used on the Hypo 289. It's the same one I have actually on my Ford on the F100. I've got another, same, except it's on the 302 that's in the panel truck. Other issues with the Falcon, I don't know if you can see that. That's power steering fluid and coolant, both. It's the back pressure from whatever's leaking is forcing the cooling system to leak all the time. It's one of those, you patch it, it blows a leak somewhere else. The next upgrade is this guy right here. This is a 1964 C4 little 3-speed. This is the little workhorse that Ford, they made it for years. There's a little bit of a difference between a C4 and the very next year. This is an honest-to-God C4 transmission. It's the difference is insignificant for my use. I'm not it's not a big deal. We're not building a hot rod. We're just building a daily driver for the wife that's got a little bit of chutzpah. So anyways, that's this guy. This box here has the carb. It's a Holley carb that I bought direct from Holley. So anyways, that's just basically the intro. We're going to be working on this. I'll post videos as time permits along, kind of along the way. I've got to change this over. There's certain things that have to happen to the car because it's a 2-speed. The shift, it's got to take a different transmission mount. I've got it. It's ready to go. The yoke on the drive shaft has to be changed. I've got that. The shift indicator has to be changed from the 2-speed to the C4. I've got that. I've got the whole little. Got most of the little, as I say, whodamits to make the transition. I will have to probably build my own shift linkage, and I will build a kickdown rod just because I don't want to go look for one. So anyways, that's it. So I just thought I'd update everybody on that, and that's our next project. So we'll see you next time.